So I wanted to communicate something to a few people who have been supporting me. Uh, I feel bad that I haven't somehow become successful at doing what I'm doing, and I'm now at 20 years in on taking a path that is not comfortable. Anyone normal would say is unwise. you know, uh, I'm just not doing things the way you're supposed to do them. And I want to thank you for supporting me anyway. Uh, I was in a conversation, I think yesterday. I don't know, time is strange. Uh, and it was 2 days ago, I think. And I said to my friend something in a chat. I don't talk to a lot of people, but I've been friends with this guy for something like 35 years now, and we talk to each other about the difficulties of life, and it's a nice thing to have a friend like that. And I said something that scared me, and it was that I said that I'm scared. And that's a really hard thing for me to say because, and this guy's a really nice guy. He does things the right way, and he's a very successful person. And for me to, I think, let those words come out of my mouth, I cut the conversation short. I mean, I was running out of gas anyway. I was having generator problems, and so I'm going to be talking to him again today, probably, if I can get my shit together. But it scared me that I was willing to say that I'm scared. Um, I'm scared that I'll let people down that have gotten me this far in life, you know. Uh, I'm scared I won't be tough enough. I'm sure as fuck stubborn, and I'm tough as fuck. And, the things I'm doing, nobody rational would do. Nobody who wants to succeed would do. But success has a very different definition for me. And being successful by the world standards as they are now is not success for me. I don't want any of it. I'm fine with scraping by, I guess, because I keep doing it, and I keep not rejoining society in the way that I should. That pays off, and that could still be doable for me. And I get a lot of shit online. That's never that helpful. A lot of suggestions to just sell out, give up in various forms by my standards, and I can't do that. I won't do it. I would literally rather die. I have to do what I have to do. Uh, what is my funny comment about that? It's I have no choice but to think I have free will. I think that's one of my funnier statements I've ever made. you know, I just won't play the game. And I don't blame other people for doing it. In fact, those people donate to me and they keep me alive. Barely, but I'll try and do a better job. I'll try and communicate better and be more inspiring for ideas, for ways that are more agreeable for people to support. I think a lot of people that support me now are supporting me because they know me personally, or they've watched so many damn videos that they know I have good values, that what I see in the future is probably, unfortunately, likely true, and going to create a very difficult world for us. But I certainly am not critical of people who don't follow that path. I have friends that fly around the world on vacations, and that does not upset me. That's their choice. None of those people are supporters, which I think is funny. But you know, I'm just not a person who thinks that I own everyone. And one of the frustrations I think that I have in life is that a lot of people think everybody else should do what they do, and I don't. I think people should do what they want to do. I'm actually very pro-freedom. And the most frightening thing for me is that people are slaves and slave masters both. It's like they have Stockholm Syndrome for civilization. Stockholm Syndrome is a thing out of some terrorist thing in the Olympics. You know, they're in an abusive relationship with their government, with their culture, and they choose to hate other people who don't happen to be part of that. And, you know, I talk to all kinds of people at this point. I've been talking to a lot of people I don't know at all in chat things. And I talk to Islamic people who believe you must be Islamic or you're evil. And I mean, some of them are really scary. It's terrorist level shit, you know. And I, of course, have talked to many Christians who think that you have to be Christian by their standards, even though Christianity itself has very little to do with Jesus Christ and is very far removed from that. And so I think that they're confused. I am judgmental about it. I think that they're ignorant about their own faith. And I think faith itself is a bad idea. You know, don't believe things without rational thought. And that's, you know, the sort of thing that pisses a lot of people off. So I get a lot of, you know, online death threats or things like that, or insults in general, you know. And I say complicated things about gender. Lately, people have been agreeing with me on race, which I like, you know, that it's like this irrelevant triviality. And I'm hoping that people are losing faith in their hatred of people who don't do what they want them to do, who are different than them. It's like, but it did scare me that I'm at the point where it's really hard for me to care anymore. It's I have so few people that support me. I have so few people that think I'm any good. And I don't know. And they're threatening. But I'm not threatening to anyone. I'm not demanding anything from anyone. I don't even demand support. I'm not begging for support. I could use some. If you like what I'm doing, this is the cry for help. You know, it's the Bank of America currently owns me, and it gets worse every month. And you know that makes it so I won't have internet. I won't be able to do anything. And none of that is the problem. I guess the problem is I have to feel like, you know, at the end of my life, I've made a really significant contribution to making things better in the world. And I continue to give all of my information away for free. I don't write a book and say you have to buy my book. I don't say, oh, I'm going to offer this online workshop and you can pay this amount and it's such a great deal because I'm so fucking brilliant. And it's like, I hate all this crap. I mean, people are trying to sell you freedom. They're trying to sell you visions of anything to make you feel better. And it's like, if your message is really that great, give it away for free. If you really want people to have faith in you as a person who has good intent, then don't just become one more, you know, person spewing out some happy words that people are willing to pay for because they want to feel good about themselves. I really think that you should, see, those are hard words for me to say, that information should be free, and especially if it's so important as you claim. If you claim it's important for people's happiness, if you claim it's important for the ecology of the world and us not having industrial civilization kill everything, then why would you charge for that? And this is, I don't mean to sound hypocritical since I'm surviving off donations barely, but I'm figuring out ways to have interactions again with people where they do contribute somehow, and I can help them try and do that, even if they don't have resources personally. I don't know, like crowdfunding options, and I have very specific projects that I think sound really cool and might, inspire people and everything, but I stopped talking to my best friend in that conversation because I'm losing faith in me. At least I'm stubborn. At least I need no pleasure. I need no comfort. And I don't really have a lot of people I hate. Like, it's so easy to hate the other bad people, that don't agree with you. And I just don't have a lot of that. I think most of us are just stuck in the systems we're stuck in. And I'll try and be strong. I'll try and hang in there. But it gets continually harder. It's, often a case of making it another week. Having dog food. I have no power. I'm running on gasoline. That's a sin for me. And maybe I'll make a form because, to contact me at all, because I don't even want money from certain kinds of people. I don't want to have anything to do with most types of people. Not because I hate them, but because they want to just tell me stupid ass dumb shit to control me. And I'm not going to believe in your God, no matter who it is. Even if it's me, please don't do that to me. I'm going to keep believing in dogs and trees and I have so many projects here that I have to prioritize them and put them in a spreadsheet and say, well, what could actually make this place support itself? Because I don't really feel sorry for myself at all. I'm upset with the position I'm in. I'm upset that I am not helping people the way I should. Same time, there's a lot of people in the world that don't have the resources I have. They don't have the mental resources. They don't have the physical resources. I've done very well over 20 years in this place. And in all of my life before that, working pretty hard and serving people. Because that's how we get ahead, is we serve people. And we don't always serve people by doing what they want us to do. That definitely isn't the way to serve people. Because a lot of them want you to do things just for them. And I wonder about that, about how to distinguish the difference between somebody who is trying to actually help people in the situation we're in and people who are just trying to manipulate people and control them. And hopefully I'm in a helpful situation. I think I am. And I'll keep trying and doing better. I have, like this morning, I woke up and had 3 really cool ideas. One of them was out of a dream I woke up from. It was about food and food systems, and then I had further thoughts on that, and then I had a weird idea for a tiny fireplace on a table. Not super important, but would be really cool, like sitting around a fire, like the most primal cool stuff. And so these ideas, I'm sharing some of them and not others. Some of them I want to do first, and that's kind of selfishness. It isn't that I don't want to give the idea away. I definitely want to give the idea away. But I want to be first on some of it, Anybody who knows me knows I got a pretty good-sized ego. I think I'm an awesome, great person. I think I'm very unusual and messed up. To be me is to be a very messed up person, really. But I wish more people were like me. And I want to meet some of them who are successful in their own ways, who want to create a very creative space where a variety of kinds of people, I can't even say that I like people like me. I don't even know what I would think if I met myself. That's a good question for you. What would you think if you met yourself? What advice would you give you? But the advice I get from people is horrible, generally. It's like, don't be you, primarily. And that's not something I can do. I'm going to be me, and I'm going to do things the hard way that I do them, and I'm not going to be successful by other people's standards. But I do need to find people who are compatible with my visions, who I have compatible ethics and goals with, and work with them, because this is just too big a life for me. My life is too big for me to live it. And I have to save a forest after I die, and I think about death quite a bit. My blood father killed himself. His father killed himself. Lots of suicide is happening and going to continue to increase, actually, especially men. I'm not real big on the whole male-female conflict thing. I think anybody who's on either side of that is probably a kind of not helping, really. I like women. I like some men. And I don't think men are inherently bad. I think that they're being abused horribly, and women, of course, everybody cares that they're abused. But I don't go for that. I don't go for the racism shit. I don't go for the nationalism crap. Like, you're from this country or that country, and it's like, I come from immigrants, and I am pro-immigration. I think that immigration is a good thing. I would like countries to not fight each other and kill each other. But I'm obviously not in charge of that either. So, I don't know. I'm ultimately just some kind of dumbass hippie or something. Smart-ass hippie. And anyway, this just started as a thank you note and kind of explaining where I'm at. I told my friend I was fucked up and afraid. And those words coming out of my mouth, that scared the hell out of me. It really did. And the only thing I can think of is I have to do a better job. I have to understand and have empathy for where other people are at. I have to give them very specific things to be inspired by, rather than just some guy who in most cases they don't know. Some people know me, and they trust me, and I've known them for a long time. And I want those people, actually. If you're one of those people who's a theoretical friend of mine, I do actually ask that if you're in any position to contribute, do it. I'm in a bad, bad state. And it isn't even expensive to get me out of it. And that'll change my attitude. Because because I'm not doing well. And if you don't know me, then all I have to do is do a better job at inspiring you that the projects I'm working on here are valuable enough that they could contribute to, us using less water, us not shitting in clean water, us producing food more locally, us leading more fulfilling lives with people who are good around us. So figuring out how we can ethically make agreements with people and not be just fucked over by people and hate everyone. Because I understand why people are damaged. I really do. They're damaged. I'm not delegitimizing their complaints. But we either fix it or we don't. And so let's fix it. And that's going to require all of us to be somewhat humble in our own views and accept that other people were raised differently than we were, that we don't always share the same values or style, and we never will, and that's okay. Other people can be different than you, and that doesn't mean they're bad. Bad? What the fuck kind of accent do I even have anymore? I'm talking to a camera more than I have people. Anyway, good luck, really. You're going to need it. But I want you to escape the life you're in if you're not fulfilled. And most people, as far as I can tell, are not very fulfilled. Unless they just don't care about other people and they're doing well. In which case, I don't think they're very good people. I guess there's some kinds of people I don't like. Good luck to us all.